Afternoon from Open Space Park in Sioux Center, Iowa. Great Plains Athletic Conference softball between the Dordt Defenders and the Concordia Bulldogs. Great Plains Athletic Conference action. The Concordia Bulldogs come in with a 15-28 overall mark, and they are 4-16 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, while the Dordt Defenders 33-11 overall. And they stand 14-6 in the conference. Still an outside chance at earning second place, and with it a host berth in the bracket next week in the Great Plains Athletic Conference postseason field. The Defenders right now, I'd say realistically, third or fourth in all likelihood, but we will see what happens as this afternoon unfolds. We'll be keeping an eye later on in the day on the Jamestown versus Morningside games being played in Jamestown this afternoon. First pitch is in for a called strike to Hannah Bowers. Bowers leading off the inning for the Concordia Bulldogs with a .362 batting average. 0-1 the count from Abby Kramer. Here's the pitch. For his pitch miss is up and away. Ball 1-1 the count. So Kramer on the hill or in the circle for the Defenders, 18-5 this season. Swung on line drive right at the center fielder, Aurora Tyson. Tyson makes the play for the first out of the inning. So Bowers is retired.
Next up, number 11, Aubrey Bruning.
After on a 1-1 count, she flies out to center field for the first out of the inning. And that's fouled off. The pitch to Aubrey Bruning. Bruning fouls it off. She's a left-handed batter, batting .360. Abby Kramer, the pitcher, and misses outside. Low. Ball 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count. Glad to have you along with me on the Dordt Media Network this afternoon. 1-1 pitch on the way to Bruning. Swung on and missed. Strike two. 1-2 as Abby Kramer ahead in the count now, 1-2. Kramer this season 18-5 with a 0.94 earned run average. Pitch misses outside. Ball 2-2. Carly Olson is behind the plate for the Defenders. Third to first, Bryn Toringa, Emma Grun, Chandler Skemper, and Lauren Steenstra. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. Center fielder on her horse, and making the play is Aurora Tyson. So a fly ball out to center field for the second out of the inning. And that will bring Taylor Glaus to the plate. So 2 up and 2 down. Abby Kramer pitching with 2 down in the inning. Brings up Taylor Glaus. Glaus, a .238 batting average. Here's the pitch. That catches the outside corner of the plate for strike one. 0-1 the count with 2 down in the inning. Kramer wearing that black sweatshirt. She likes to wear that. She'll wear that most of the season, actually. Pitch misses outside. Ball 1-1 the count. Also see your outfielders. They're decked out in their black sweatshirts as well. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike two. 1-2 the count. So Abby Kramer trying to work through a 1-2-3 inning. 2 down in the inning. 1-2 the count with 2 down. Dordt in their white jersey tops. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike three. And that is the third out of the inning. So the Defenders work a uneventful first. The final out coming on a strikeout of Taylor Glaus as she swings through it. First strikeout victim for Abby Kramer, and out number 3 of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. To the bottom of the first we go. Dordt coming to the plate when we're back right after this.
You don't just want to pick a college because you think it's just going to be comfortable. But you also have to be in a place that there are people that are going to surround you and love you and be on the same page. If you can find that place that stands out and they stand for something and they stand behind that something, that's what we fell in love with Dordt University, and we're just so thankful that our kids have seen that.
Find a place that honors God and inspires your kid. And I think Dordt does both of those things.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
Chandler Skemper, Carly Olson, and Ella Coster lead things off for the defenders. As the defenders facing the Concordia Bulldogs this afternoon. Great Plains Athletic Conference action. I alluded to it earlier, and we'll keep an eye on what's happening over in Jamestown, where Jamestown is hosting Morningside in Great Plains Athletic Conference play. It boils down to this in the softball standings. If Dordt wants to earn second place, they need a sweep. That's what they can control. They need a sweep, and they need Morningside to get swept. And also, you've got to factor in Midland and Northwestern playing over in Orange City. If Dordt and Midland would both sweep, they end up in a tie for second, and by virtue of their head-to-head, Midland would probably earn the number 2 spot, or they would earn the number 2 spot. Pitch is a ball. 1-0 to Scamper. That one taken for a strike. So a ball and a strike, 1-1 the count. Megan Urich is in the pitcher's circle for the Bulldogs. And Urich, number 7. That one's fouled off by Skemper. So 1-2 the count with nobody out. Bases are empty. Sun poking through here at Open Space Park. Pitch misses outside. Ball 2-2 the count. Taylor Glaus trying to frame it, but unable to bring it back across the plate. So the 2-2 pitch on the way from Urich. Urich, a 3.84 earned run average. 2-2 pitch on the way to Skemper, misses upstairs. Ball 3, and the count is full, 3-2. So the defenders splitting with Jamestown on Thursday, got back late Thursday evening. It wasn't Friday morning quite yet, and this one's lined in right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Skemper legging it out over to first base, and she is on with a single to right field.
Next up, number 11, Carly Olson.
And Concordia's Delaney Voschel trying to get it over to Julia Van Way at first base, trying to get that rare 9-3 put out, but Skemper with good speed able to beat it out by well over a step. Brings Carly Olson to the plate. Carly Olson will step in with none out in the inning. Lays down a bunt, pushes it to the third base side for now. Up with it, throws over to first base in time. And the sacrifice is recorded. So that'll go 5-4. Sacrifice. And Skemper advances over to second base, so Olson does the job, gets the runner over to second. Dordt trying to set the wheels in motion. Olson not charged with an official at-bat there for those scorekeeping junkies out there. Skemper with the single earlier. Now she's on second base. Olson with the sacrifice. She's retired 5-4 over at first base for the first out of the inning. First pitch to Coster is a strike. This one misses outside. Skemper getting a healthy secondary lead over at second base. Middle infielders for Concordia playing well off the bag. Middle of the field wide open for Coster. 1-1 the count. Urich into the windup. Here's the pitch, and that misses up high. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. 2-1 the count. With one down in the inning. And here's the pitch. Swung on, and Coster fans at it. Strike 2. 2-2 the count to Coster. Coster comes in with a healthy .422 batting average. Softball game today getting started right at 1 o'clock, almost straight up at 1. Might have gotten started a shade earlier than the baseball game. This one lifted high in the air left side. That one's going to be caught by Bruning for the second out of the inning. Skemper will hold at second base.
Now batting number 44, Aurora Tyson.
And Aurora Tyson will come up now with 2 down in the inning. So Tyson batting with a runner in scoring position. Let's see what she's able to do here. First pitch is up high. Ball 1, 1-0 the count with 2 down in the inning. 1-0 the count, 2 down in the frame. And here's the pitch. Swung on and softly hit. Line drive. Bowers makes the play at shortstop. And the defenders are retired and get a leadoff single, but that's all they get. No runs, a hit, no errors, one left. To the second inning we go. Dordt and Concordia scoreless. Back with more in a minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
All season long, make sure to catch softball home games right here on the Dordt Media Network.
Skemmer coming around to score to win the game.
These multi-camera live stream broadcasts are produced.
Van Way takes a ball, 1-0 the count. Van Way, 277 batting average. And here's the pitch from Kramer. Kramer worked a 1-2-3 first inning. This one fouled off back to the screen. Strike one, 1-1 the count. Defensively for Dordt, Canuck, Tyson, and Cox in the outfield, and they have all shed their sweatshirts, so it must be a little bit warmer out in the outfield. Or warming up at least. Towering fly ball right side. Under it is the first baseman, Lauren Steenstra. Van Way is retired on the pop out right on the foul line. Van Way retired on the pop out for out number 1 of the inning. So she pops out to the first baseman. Brings up McGarvey. First pitch is up and away. Ball 1-0 the count to McGarvey. McGarvey, a 270 batting average. So 270 batting average for McGarvey. Batting with the bases empty. Here's the pitch outside. Caught the corner. Strike one. 1-1 the count. Well, if that one's going to be called a strike consistently, Kramer's going to have a good day because that's almost an unhittable pitch. That one taken for a ball. That's 2-1. 2-1 the count. And here's the pitch from Kramer. Swung on and missed. Strike two. 2-2 the count. So 2-2 count with one out in the inning. McGarvey, right-handed batter. Center fielder on defense. Pitch is outside. Ball 3. 3-2 the count, so we go full. Kramer has not walked a lot of batters this season. For a power pitcher, she's around the strike zone a lot. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And McGarvey retired for the second out of the inning. Strikeout number 2 for Kramer. And that'll bring Voschel to the plate. So Voschel will step in with 2 down and the bases empty. First pitch is a strike. 0-1 the count. Kramer now with 166 strikeouts this season. Here's the pitch. Up high. Ball 1-1 the count. Kramer, by the time she is done playing, will be in the top 3 in most positive pitching categories. Pitches in for a called strike, 1-2 the count. She's 18-5. 19 wins is the single game season record for pitching wins in Dordt program history. So she's within striking distance of that. That one's fouled off. Count remains 1-2. So Voschel, a 241 batting average. She's the right fielder. Batting here with 2 down. First 5 batters have been retired by the Dordt defense. Here's the pitch. Swung on in a line drive right at Emma Grun, and Grun fields the line shot for the third out of the inning. We're through 1.5. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless. Dordt and Concordia back with more right after this.
We're in a town that's very progressive. We're grateful for that. We have a lot of entrepreneurial spirits in town here.
Well, the one thing you get from Sioux Center that you don't see in larger cities is that small town support. If you bring a business to Sioux Center, everyone wants to know your name. What's your background? Where are you from? What brought you here? Why are you coming to Sioux Center? And they want to support you for that. People spend locally. They want to be loyal and they want to help out other loyal customers. It's a place that is for young professionals.
We opened our practice about 2.5 years ago. My wife and I moved here from South Dakota to be a part of the Sioux Center community, and we've grown here since then.
I love Sioux Center because of the connections you have here. People want to see you succeed. People are here to encourage you. It's always growing. I mean, it's a safe spot.
Emma Groon will bat for the defenders. Groon, right-handed batter. And Emma Groon will try to get things going for the defenders here in the bottom half of the second inning. First pitch is in for a called strike to Groon. And every once in a while, I let that maiden name slip out and played as Emma Veenstra for the first couple of seasons. That pitch is low. Ball one, 1-1 the count. Married a couple of summers ago by now. This is her second season as Emma Groon. Pitch is fouled off. Strike two, 1-2 the count. Busy weekend for Dordt Athletics. Baseball team is playing Northwestern over on the baseball field here at Open Space Park. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside corner, strike three, and Groon caught looking. So the strikeout recorded, and that's the first strikeout for Megan Urich. Urich has struck out 100 batters now this season. Groon, the first strikeout victim here today, brings Lauren Steenstra to the plate. One out in the inning. Steenstra, right-handed batter. The dimensions here at Open Space Park, that one in on the hands. Strike one, 0-1 the count as she fouls it back. 200 down the lines. And 225 to dead center, right at the flagpole. That's where that sign is. Obscured by the windbreak. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Misses inside, ball one. 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count, one out. Here's the pitch to Steenstra, lifted in the air, didn't get solid contact. Center fielder McGarvey is under it, makes the play, and Steenstra retired on the fly out to center field for out number two. And that'll bring Taylor Canuck to the plate.
Now up number one, Taylor Canuck.
Canuck will come to the plate with two down in the inning. Let's see if Dordt can get something going here. Two down in the frame. Dordt hasn't threatened. They did have a runner as far as second base in the first inning with one out. Pitch is a called strike. 0-1 the count with two down in the inning. Dordt Track and Field at the Drake Relays in Des Moines this weekend. They've had a very good week. Pitch misses outside. Ball one. 1-1 the count with two down. Both 4x4 100-meter relay teams earning spots in the finals later today. The men's 4x1 as well. Pitch is in for a called strike. 1-2 the count with two down. Women's golf is scheduled to compete in the GPAC Championships on Monday and Tuesday at Spencer. Swing and a miss, strike three. And the defenders are retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. To the top of the third inning we go. We're scoreless. Dordt and Concordia back with the top of the third, and Concordia batting right after this.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Abby Kramer out to work the top of the third inning. First pitch is in for a called strike. 0-1 the count to Furnow. Furnow, 0-1 pitch on the way. This one fouled off. Out of play, 0-2 the count with nobody out. So Toring is at third, Grun is at short, Skimper is at second, Steenstra is at first. 0-2 pitch on the way from Kramer, misses outside. Ball one, 1-2 the count. So 1-2 the count. Well, over in the bullpen area, both teams have pitchers getting work. My guess would be some of those pitchers getting work that likely won't see much action, live game action today. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike three. Olson throws it over to first for good measure, and for now is retired for the third strikeout of the game, out number one of the inning.
Next out, number 22, Zoe Isham.
And that'll bring Zoe Issam to the plate. One out in the inning. Here's the pitch. Outside corner. Strike one. 0-1 the count with one out in the inning. It's going to be a cool day all day the way it seems. We were hoping for 60. I don't think we're going to get there. A little bit of sun would help as well, but that doesn't look promising at the moment. But it's a long afternoon. Pitch is a ball. And another ball, so it's 2-1. Had some sprinkles and light rain showers move through earlier today. I don't even know if you could call them rain showers. 2-1 the count. Swung on, hit in the air, right side, drifting towards the line and dropping foul. And the count is now even at 2-2 to Issam. Issam, a .262 batting average. Giving chase was Brooklyn Cox. Ball slicing away from her towards the foul line. And it dropped foul by a good step or two. Here's the pitch, up high, ball three, 3-2 the count. And here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Strike three. So Issam So another strikeout for the defenders and Abby Kramer. That's her fourth of the game unofficially, and out number two of the inning. Brings up Tchaikovsky. Pitch misses outside. First pitch was a strike. So the count now 1-1 with two down in the inning. Wind blowing towards left field here at Open Space Park out of the north. The north-northwest, so that's pushing anything out into the left field corner. 1-2 the count. With two down in the inning, here's the pitch from Kramer. Misses upstairs, ball two. 2-2. So Kramer's had a dominant season this year. About the only chink in the armor. Here's the pitch. Swung on, softly hit ball. Grun over to make the play. On the soft pop fly to shortstop for the third out of the inning. And the Bulldogs are retired in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. To the bottom of the third we go. Scoreless. Back with more in a moment. Bryn Toringa coming to the plate for the defenders. Over on the baseball field, the baseball team leading 1-0 in the second inning. Couple of doubles, the last one by Jason Carrig knocking in Nolan Christensen. Here on the softball field, the Defenders and Concordia Bulldogs tied 0-0. Bottom of the third inning already, scooting right along. Here's the pitch, and Torringa takes a strike. It's 1-1. Megan Urich has been equal to the task through 2 innings so far. Not overpowering stuff, but she does change speeds. Pitches up high, ball 2, 2-1. So 2-1 the count. Concordia in their navy blues today, white lettering, clean-looking jerseys, white stockings. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swan checking her swing, but going around is Torringa. My gut reaction when I watched it in live speed was she went around and committed. First base umpire, the base umpire located at first base, agrees with me this time. And Torringa, it's now 2-2. Pitch misses up high, ball 3, and the count is full to Torringa. Torringa, 181 batting average, but that being said, she has had some pretty timely hits this season. Let's see if she can get something going here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Swung on, that one's off of the hands, fights it foul, and the count remains full at 3-2. So 3-2 the count. 3-2 the count with nobody out. Torringa waiting the delivery. Swung on, fouls it off again. Count remains 3-2. So Torringa looking over to Coach Jeff Zomer in the third base coach's box. 3-2 the count. Torringa, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Changeup misses inside. Ooh, they got the inside corner on the changeup. Strike 3. So Torringa, the backwards K in the book. Strikeout number 3, out number 1 of the inning. Brings Brooklyn Cox to the plate. Cox trying to get things started for the Defenders. Brooklyn Cox this season, a 208 batting average. Here's the pitch. Trying to lay down a bunt. Pushes it foul. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. So a foul ball by Brooklyn Cox. 0-1 the count with 1 out. And here's the pitch. Now they're shading her to the left side. 0-2 the count as she fouls another one off. So 0-2 count with 1 out in the inning. We're scoreless, 0-0 between the Defenders and Concordia Bulldogs. And here's the pitch up high, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Scamper waiting in the on-deck circle over in front of the third base dugout. So 1-2 the count with 1 out. Here's the pitch, swung on. That one's going to get pushed out of play, left side. And the count remains 1-2. 1-2 the count. And here's the 1-2 pitch, up high, ball 2. 2-2. Well, in between innings, we'll try to track down the live scoring on that Jamestown and Morningside contest. Pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3 as Cox goes down swinging. So Urich, 9-11 entering play today, a 3.84 earned run average. Pretty crafty. 129 innings pitched, over 100 strikeouts. She had 99 entering play today and has now struck out 4. And a ground ball back to the pitcher. Scamper retired 1-3 for the third out of the inning. And the Defenders retired in order for the second frame in a row. Urich has now retired the last 9 batters she has faced. We're scoreless, 0-0. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning right after this.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
First pitch is a strike to Hannah Bowers, so Bowers leading off the inning. And this one lifted high in the air, right side, trouble, and making the play, charging on is Aurora Tyson in center field for the first out of the inning. Bowers.
Next up, number 11, Aubrey Bruning.
Retired. And that brings Aubrey Bruning to the plate. Bruning punches that one foul. Third base side. Dordt's Jeff Zomer. Not quite fields it cleanly barehanded, but got a piece of it. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Checking her swing. Ball one. 1-1 the count with one out. Corners playing tight. Toringa, good 2 steps in front of the bag. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, and that's going to sneak past Grun into center field for the first hit of the game. So Bruning with a single past the diving shortstop, and Concordia has their first base runner of the day. So a base hit for Bruning with one out in the inning brings Taylor Glaus to the plate. Glaus in her last at-bat struck out. This one fouled off. Strike one, 0-1 the count with one out in the inning. So one out in the inning. And here's the pitch, and it is fielded cleanly by Kramer. Throws over to first base, and that catches the base runner as she gets back to the bag. Caught that one right in between the shoulder blades the way it looked. That one will sting. Trying to bunt was Klaus, and Glaus fouls it off, or pardon me, popped it into the air. Kramer made the play on the bunt attempt. And Bruning was able to get back to the bag. And it looked like she caught that one right in between the shoulder blades. Went down quickly. She's on her knees now. Out number 2 of the inning. Recorded on that pop-out. Julie Van Way waiting in the on-deck circle. And Glaus will take a moment. Bruning will take a moment. Walk it off. Walks up the right field line about 10 steps. Maybe not 10, more like 5. Made it to the grass, said she's okay, sends the Dordt trainer, Lindsay Hogendorn, back to her station today in the third base dugout. So we're in the top of the 4th inning, 2 down. Concordia with a batter, Julie Van Way. Van Way popped out to the first baseman in her last at-bat, and she laces one to the fence. Dordt's going to get it back in. They're going to try to score, and they will. So an RBI double for Van Way gets Concordia on the board. Bruning scores from first on the play as she didn't slow up at all. Concordia taking the opportunity to score when it's there, and you're not going to get many chances. So Concordia going with it and getting a run across, and they lead now 1-0. Another pitch in for a called strike. It's 0-2. Abby Kramer surrendering the earned run here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. in there for a called strike 3. And the Bulldogs are retired, but not before they get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. To the bottom of the 4th inning we go. Dordt trailing Concordia 1-0. Back with more in a minute.
Watch them all get wild. Go out and get it. You can have anything you want. Anything you want. Now do what you do. Tell everyone you can have anything you want.
One to nothing our score. Carly Olson coming to the plate with the defenders trailing by a run. So Concordia taking advantage of their first scoring opportunity. They plate a run in the top half of the 4th inning. So Olson batting. She sacrificed in her last at bat. And here's the pitch. Outside corner to the left-handed batter. Strike 1. 0-1 the count with nobody out. Overcast skies here in Sioux Center. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off. Strike 2, 0-2 the count. So 0-2 pitch on the way to Carly Olson. The Bulldogs leading 1-0. Megan Urich, the pitcher, has kept Dordt off balance so far. Pitch misses outside. It's 1-2. 1-2 the count with nobody out. And here's the pitch. That one's up high, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Dordt's had 1 base runner. That was Chandler Skimper, who led the game off for the defenders with a single. And that's fouled off by Skimper. Count remains 2-2. Beg your pardon, by Olson. Olson, the number 2 batter in the lineup for the defenders. So the defenders having to make up a deficit here. That's fought off foul again. And the count remains 2-2. In Jamestown, Morningside leads Jamestown 2-0. No report yet on Northwestern and Midland. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Olson is retired on strikes. Strikeout number 5 for Urich, out number 1 of the inning. Brings up Ella Coster. Coster, the designated player. She flew out to left in her last at-bat. Left-handed batter, takes a strike. 0-1 the count with 1 out. And a second pitch on the way to Coster. Coster, slightly open stance. Here's the pitch, outside. Misses for a ball. It's 1-1. Well, the Great Plains Athletic Conference postseason tournament field will be determined at the conclusion of play today. Seeds 1, 4, 5, and 8 will head to Orange City for 4-team double elimination bracket played on Wednesday and Thursday. Coster takes a ball. It's 2-1. Seeds 2, 3, 5, and 2, 3, 6, and 7. That's fouled off back to the netting. 2-2. Seeds 2, 3, 6, and 7 will go to the second-seeded team. Right now it's looking like that'll likely be Morningside. Here's the pitch. Outside, misses. Ball 3, 3-2 the count. Urich has thrown 46 pitches so far. She's got 30 strikes, so she's been around the strike zone 2/3 of the time. Here's the pitch. That one's off of the hands and fouled off. And the count remains full at 3-2. 3-2 the count with one out. And both of those four-team double elimination brackets will be played on Wednesday and Thursday. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled off again. The winners of those brackets will then meet at the site of the highest remaining seed on Saturday for a best-of-3 series. And I believe that's scheduled for 11-1-3. 11-1-3 on Saturday in terms of, and this one's ripped into the right field corner, and that is a home run for Ella Koster. Koster got one up around the eyes, and she knew what to do with it. She clubs it over the right field fence for a home run. Touch 'em all, Ella Koster. So Koster ties it with one swing of the bat, her 4th home run, her 32nd RBI this season. And that's the equalizer. Let's see if that breaks the ice for the defenders. A changeup, and as I said earlier, Urich not overpowering, changes speeds, hits spots, but that time Koster was able to get one up around the shoulders, and the left-handed batter rips it into the right field corner for a solo homer, and we're tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Due up for the defenders, Tyson, and Aurora Tyson takes a strike. 0-1 the count with one out in the inning. So that one went right over the 200-foot mark in right field. This one booted by the second baseman, and legging it out is Aurora Tyson. Tyson reaches on the error. That'll go as an error charged to the second baseman. That one got up on her. And Tarkovsky unable to make a clean play over to first base. Tyson able to leg it out and get over to first. And now she is the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 4th inning with Emma Grun coming to the plate. Let's see if Tyson is moving or if they let Grun do some work. First pitch swung on and missed. Strike one to Grun. Grun's had a nice week. Has lifted her batting average. Well, she's at 256 right now. 3 homers, 31 RBI. Here's the pitch, shows bunt, pushes it into the air, and the third baseman grabs it. Grun is retired, trying to bunt, trying to sacrifice the runner over. And she pops it to the third baseman. Tyson is able to dive in front of the hole, in front of the throw. So Grun retired on the pop out for out number 2 of the inning. Brings Steenstra to the plate, and Steenstra very nearly hit. Takes it inside for a ball. 1-0 the count with 2 down. Taylor Canuck waiting in the on-deck circle. Dordt tying it earlier in the inning. They've got a runner on first base. Anything that scores from here on out is going to be unearned as well. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Steenstra. Strike one, 1-1 the count. Over on the baseball field, looks like it's still 1-0. That's in the 3rd inning. We're in the bottom of the 4th here. And here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike 2 to Steenstra. She watches that one go on the outside half. So 1-2 the count. Shading Steenstra just a little bit to left field. And that one's fought off foul. And I thought the same thing that Coach Zomer did is I heard 2 contacts. And the home plate umpire actually might have taken that one off of the face mask. And our home plate umpire indicates that she is good to go. Lauren Steenstra will step back in with 2 down in the inning. Our count 1-2. So 1-2 the count with 2 down. And here's the pitch, setting up outside. Snap throw over to first base, not in time. So that's a ball. 2-2 the count with 2 down. Aurora Tyson over at first base. 2-2 pitch on the way. And here's the pitch. Swung on, and that one's off of the hands. Third baseman, though, stabs it. Throws over to first base, not in time. That's going to go as an infield single for Steenstra. Puts runners at first and second. Third baseman, for now, just simply couldn't get enough mustard on that throw. Was down on her knees after she stabbed it and had to get to her feet. Steenstra able to beat it out over at first base. Now a dribbler in front of the plate. Pitcher Urich up with it, throws over to first in time, and Canuck is retired. 1-3 for out number 3. So Dordt threatens, but they come away with just 1 run. They strand 2. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left. To the top of the 5th we go, tied up 1-1. Back with more right after this.
All season long, make sure to catch softball home games right here on the Dordt Media Network.
Skemmer coming around to score to win the game.
These multi-camera live stream broadcasts are produced by the students of Dordt University.
Swung on up the middle, that's a base hit.
To find the links of upcoming games, simply check out godort.com.
Kennard, line drive to left center field, that's going to end it.
We are the Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
One hour score. Due up for the Bulldogs will be Delaney Voschel. First pitch is in for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Well, every once in a while you can see an umpire get banged up. Home plate umpire took one off of the face mask. Looks like she's okay, but it does bring into question, what do you do in that situation if the umpire is unable to continue? Pitch misses outside. Ball 2, 2-1 the count. I would imagine our game management staff doesn't want to think about those situations too much. Swung on, hit in the air, left center field, and unable to make the play on the run is Canuck. It's all the way through to the fence, and that's a double for Voschel. So Voschel laces one to left center field. And with nobody out, the Bulldogs have a threat. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Jaden Furnau will come to the plate. And here's the pitch. Tries to bunt at it, offers at it, strike 1. 0-1 the count. I'm guessing our game management staff is licensed in softball umpiring, and the leader of that could take over if needed. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Pushes it right side. Kramer up with it. Throws over to first base to the second baseman covering. And for now is retired 1-4 for the first out of the inning on the sacrifice bunt. And that advances the runner over to third. So now a fly ball will get the run in all likelihood. First pitch misses up high. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. 1 out in the inning. Here's the pitch from Kramer. Outside. Ball 2. 2-0 to Isom. Isom, .262 batting average. Struck out swinging in her last at bat. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. That's in for a called strike. So 2-1 the count. We're in the top of the 5th inning. We're tied 1-1. Dordt and Concordia. And here's the wind. And the bunt and a squeeze. And they've got the runner caught in a rundown. Olsen with it. Throws over to Grun. Gets the out. Throws over to second, and they got her. Covering on the play. Who was that covered? That's the center fielder, Aurora Tyson, coming in from center field to cover second base to get the out. And the Dordt defenders get an odd double play to close it out on the suicide squeeze as Issam bunts it. They get the runner at home. That goes 1-2 for the out. Well, beg your pardon, that goes 1-2 to 6 for the out. That's the first out. And then they get the runner 6-8 at second base. So Issam retired for the third out of the inning. Don't see that every day. The Dordt defenders get out of the inning without allowing a run. There was one hit. We'll keep it right here as probably don't have enough time to squeeze in a break. So Issam actually, we'll call it a fielder's choice. She's retired, or she reached initially with a fielder's choice, and then Vashel retired. Got to think that through, 1-2 to 5. And then Issam is retired 5-8 at second base. An odd sequence, but the defenders use it to their advantage, and now taking a strike is Torringa. Well, it certainly looked like Concordia was in order to score. Committed to trying to score, though, on that sacrifice, or on the bunt, the squeeze play. Didn't see the timing of when the runner broke, if that was a suicide squeeze or not, but she was well down the line and then tried to retreat. Pitch misses up high, ball 2, 2-1. So in 2-1 the count with nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Torringa batting. She struck out in her last at-bat. Here's the pitch, swung on off of the hands. Third baseman for now up with it. Throws over to first base in time. And Torringa is retired 5-3 for the first out of the inning.
Next up, number 5, Brooklyn Cox.
That will bring Brooklyn Cox to the plate. Cox, with one out of the inning, batting with the bases empty. Here's the pitch. That one's off of the hands and out of play. Third base side. Strike 1, 0-1 the count. Football team concluding their spring practice this weekend. They concluded it in the Dome, I believe, this morning. Got it finished up. Here's the pitch. Bunt. And trying to leg it out. And the throw over to first base in time. And Brooklyn Cox trying to bunt her way on. Is retired. For the second out of the inning, brings Chandler Skemper to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. Well, this game moving right along at this rate, not uncommon for softball. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 the count. Pace of play for softball, a little bit quicker. You don't have the throws over to first base, leading off and things like that. And pitchers just work a little more quickly in softball. That pitch misses outside, ball 1, 1-1 the count. Baseball game. Dordt leading Northwestern 1-0. Not sure that's the most updated score, though. And this one's spanked into right center field. Skemper takes the turn at first. She's going to hold there with the single. So Chandler Skemper with her second base hit of the day. She's 2 for 3. So Skemper with the single brings Carly Olson to the plate with 2 down. Let's see if Dordt can put something together with 2 outs. Got the right part of the order up to do it. Olson takes a strike. So 0-1 the count with 2 down. Here's the pitch outside. Ball 1. So 1-1 the count to Olson. And here's the pitch, and Olsen pounces on it, but pushes it foul. Right fielder giving chase, left fielder giving chase, and she doesn't get a good read on it, overran it in foul territory. And the count is now 1-2. To Olsen. Olsen with an RBI opportunity potentially here. Scamper at first has good speed. And here's the 1-2 pitch with 2 down. She's off. Scamper trying for the steal with 2 down, and Olsen caught looking for strikeout number 6 for Urich. Out number 3 of the inning. So Dordt gets a base runner with 2 down, but can't push her across. We go to the top of the 6th inning. 1-1 our score. And it'll be the 9-1-2 hitters for Concordia when we resume play right after this.
Time and time again at Dordt, we've seen through all of our children now that Dordt has God-honoring excellence, that they value that in all areas. That commitment to excellence inspires your kid. That draws kids in when you have that God-honoring excellence.
We appreciate the mission of Dordt, but more importantly, what we appreciate is that we've seen the organization, the team of people at Dordt live out that mission every day and stay true to that mission.
Up first, number 29, Alexis Stahowski.
Tahofsky coming to the plate, and she lifts one in the air, left side. Canuck under it, makes the play, and Tahofsky retired for the first out of the inning. On the fly out to the left fielder, brings Bowers to the plate. We're in the top of the 6th. This game under an hour old. Pitch misses outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Well, Kramer, so far, 4 strikeouts. This one lifted in the air, right center field, and that one's going to get through to the fence, and that's an extra base hit. Getting back in quickly is Tyson, but with 1 out of the inning, the Bulldogs have a base runner at second base. So Bowers laces it to right center.
Up next, number 11, Aubrey Bruning.
And this one punched foul, third base side by the left-handed batter, Bruning. So Concordia and Dordt tied 1-1. We're in the top of the 6th inning. There's 1 out in the inning. Bruning down to the count 0-1. Here's the pitch, swung on in. This one is hit into left field, and they'll hold the runner at third base. So runners at the corners now. So Bowers advances, and that'll bring Glaus to the plate. Glaus, a 238 batting average. In her last at-bat, she popped out to the pitcher trying to bunt. So Glaus batting. Here's the pitch, shows bunt. Takes the pitch. Waiting for the indication from the umpire. Looks like it must have been, well, it's a strike. I thought as the ball crossed the plate that it looked like a pretty similar pitch to others that have been called a strike, but a stolen base, and now this one fouled off. So the stolen base takes the force out of play at second base. And here's the pitch. This one's fouled off. 0-2 the count. So 0-2 the count with 1 out of the inning. Kramer trying to get out of the mini jam here. This one fouled off. She's in the driver's seat, up in the count 0-2. Carly Olsen behind the plate. And here's the pitch on the way from Kramer. Swung on and a softly hit line drive picked up by Scamper for the second out of the inning. So a line out to the second baseman.
Now up number 6, Julia Benway.
So Glaus retired for out number 2. That'll bring Van Way, the cleanup hitter, to the plate for Concordia. First base is open. She had a double and an RBI in her last at-bat. Changeup swung on and missed. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. Kramer yanks the string on that one. So stepping back in now will be Van Way. 0-1 the count with 2 down. Slight breeze left to right. Fouled off back to the netting. Strike 2, 0-2 the count. And now Kramer in the driver's seat. So Abby Kramer steps to the back of the circle. Comes back, toes the slab. 0-2 the count with 2 down. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a line drive and not fielded cleanly by Skemper, though, but from the seat of her pants, throws over to first in time. And Van Way is retired 4-3. Looks uneventful in the scorebook. It's anything but, though. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, tied up 1-1. Back with more from Open Space Park in a minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
Leading off for the defenders, number 2, Ella Coster.
Ella Coster coming to the plate with the defenders, and Concordia Bulldogs tied 1-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Must be warming up. Home plate umpire has shed her jacket. Right now I've got 49 degrees currently, but I'm thinking that might be a little dated. Here's the pitch to Coster, and Coster fouls it off. Left side, going the opposite way with it. Strike 1, 0-1 the count. So 0-1 the count with nobody out. Leading off the inning is Coster. She homered in her last at-bat, reached around and pulled one over the right field line, over the right field fence, and that is the second time today the home plate umpire has taken one off of the face mask. That's a grazing shot. She peels off the mask for a moment. She'll step off of the plate momentarily. And I'm checking to see if Trent Rosa has his umpiring gear with him. Might get pressed into duty yet. 0-2 pitch on the way. Here it is. Ball 1, 1-2 the count. Guessing Trent would say he didn't sign up for that. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit in the air, towering fly ball, left center field. Center fielder over, makes the play, but McGarvey, a little bit of drama to that one. As she reaches back at the last moment, very nearly overran it, as that one had a little more legs than we thought initially. So Costa retired on the fly out for out number 1 of the inning. That'll bring Aurora Tyson to the plate. And here's the pitch outside and low. Ball 1. So ball 1, 1-0 the count with 1 out. And here's the pitch on the way. Swung on and a line drive up the middle for a base hit. So the base hit for Aurora Tyson. Second time today she has reached. The last time was by virtue of an error. This time she singles up the middle. And that'll bring Emma Grun to the plate. So Grun batting here with 1 down in the inning. See if they let Grun swing away, or if she shows bunt. She does show bunt, fouls it off. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. So Dordt trying to play to get the runner over. That's Aurora Tyson. Third baseman playing well back. Now she comes creeping up. Grun takes the ball. It's 1-1. 1-1 the count with one out. Bottom of the sixth inning. 1-1 our score. So Grun, well, let's see if she's still showing bunt. 1-1 pitch and offers at it. Strike two. 1-2 the count. So 1-2 the count with one out. Now she'll likely be swinging away. 1-2 pitch on the way from Urich. Urich has been equal to the task here this afternoon. Pitch misses outside. Oh, they called it a strike. So strikeout looking for Emma Grun. Tyson stays at first base. And that is strikeout number 7 for Urich as she hits the spot on the outside half of the plate. And with 2 down in the inning, Steenstra will come to the plate. Pitch misses, hits the outside half of the plate. Strike one. 0-1 the count. I'm anticipating the call a little bit. Probably got to back off just a skosh. 0-1 the count with 2 down. And that one's off of the hands. First baseman unable to race in to make the play. That's Van Way. And that one fouled off. So now Steenstra down to the count 0-2. 0-2 the count. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. So Concordia giving Dordt everything they want and more here in game number 1. This team 4-16. But they've helped themselves today. They haven't committed many errors. Their pitcher, Urich, has been on, hitting spots. That one's fouled off and out of play into the trees. Count remains 0-2. 0-2 the count with 2 down. And here's the pitch. Change up and following it off is Steenstra. And the count remains 0-2. So 0-2 the count with 2 down. Runner on first base is Tyson with decent speed. Steenstra batting .224, singled in her last at bat, rips it down the third base line, and Tyson will take the turn at second and hold. So the defenders with runners at first and second and 2 down. And that'll bring Taylor Canuck to the plate. And we'll have a pinch runner now. And we'll also have a conference on the mound. And I believe that is Jessica Flaherty who's running. Yeah, she'll now run with Taylor Canuck. Or run for Canuck here. And in all likelihood, a re-entry for Tyson. When we get to the top of the 7th inning. So Dordt trying to grab the lead late here. Canuck the batter. And here's the pitch. Misses outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count with 2 down in the inning. Canuck in her last at-bat grounded out to the pitcher. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Outside corner. Strike 1. 1-1 the count with 2 down. So 1-1 the count with 2 down. Breeze, not quite as breezy as we had anticipated. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swung on and fouled off. Strike 2. So 1-2 the count with 2 down in the inning. So 1-2 the count with 2 down. And here's the 1-2 pitch up high and away, ball 2. Waiting in the on-deck circle is Bryn Torringa. Canuck, a .250 batting average. 0 for 2, though, today. So 2-2 pitch on the way to Canuck. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired. Dordt threatens, but comes away empty. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. To the top of the 7th inning we go. Dordt 1, Concordia 1. Back with a final frame of regulation right after this.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today. Serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
So McGarvey will bat for the Bulldogs here in the top half of the 7th inning. First pitch is in for a called strike. 0-1 the count. McGarvey, Voschel for now due up for the Bulldogs. And here's the pitch, swung on, ground ball. Grun up with it. The shortstop snaps it over to first base to Steenstra for the out. McGarvey retired 6-3 for out number 1. Brings Voschel to the plate. We'll check on the baseball game. That score. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning of that 7-inning contest. Dordt leading 1-0. Jungju Kim on the mound trying to earn a win in his last start for the defenders. Ground ball, third base side. Torringa stabs at it. Foul territory. Strike 1, 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count. Voschel a double in her last at bat. That was in the 5th inning, and then she was part of that odd play. This one lifted in the air, left field. Under it is Canuck. Makes the play in medium depth left field. That's the second out of the inning. Brings Jaden Furnow to the plate.
Next up, number 13, Jaden Furnow.
She's the third baseman. She is 0 for 1 officially. Had a sacrifice bunt back in the 5th. That doesn't count as a plate appearance. Or I should say that doesn't count as an official at bat. First pitch is in for a called strike. And that one fouled off. And she's down to the count 0-2. 0-2 the count with 2 down in the inning. And Kramer into the wind. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside. Ball 1, 1-2 the count. Well, Kramer and her counterpart, Urich. Nice pitcher's duel here, and a changeup. And caught looking was Furnow. And she is retired for the last out of the inning. She's caught looking. That is strikeout number 6 unofficially for Abby Kramer. Out number 3 of the frame, and the defenders can win it with a run in the bottom half of the 7th inning. They'll have to do it with their 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. We'll be back with more from Open Space Park right after this.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Torringa, Cox, Skemper due up for the defenders. 1-1 our score, bottom of the 7th inning. Torringa 0 for 2 thus far today. Here's the pitch, up high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. And Torringa takes a strike. It's now 1-1. So 1-1 the count to Torringa. And here's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. So 1-2. 1-2 the count with nobody out. And here's the pitch, swung on and punching it foul is Torringa. And the count remains 1-2. So 1-2 the count with nobody out. Dordt and Concordia tied 1-1. Last half of regulation. Last half inning of regulation. Bulldogs defensively the same as what we started. Urich on the mound. Glaus behind the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch, checking her swing, and she did not go around. Ball 2, 2-2 the count. Furnow is at third, Bowers at second, Bowers at short, Tahovsky at second, and Van Way is at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Misses up high and away, ball 3. 3-2 the count. Bruning, McGarvey, and Voschel left to right in the outfield. So the count is now full, 3-2 to Torringa. Concordia bench wanted that last one called a strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. And the count remains full at 3-2. Big at bat here. Trying to get the number 8 batter on for the defenders. That could change things dramatically because then you're looking at a pretty good bat handler coming up behind her. That could maybe push her over with a bunt. And that one hit off of the hand and hit by a pitch. And now the question will be, did the ball strike the bat or the arm? And Torringa, she didn't hesitate. She headed right over to first base. And we will have a pinch runner for Torringa. Running for Torringa will be Perky. That's Sierra Perky. Perky has played in 9 games now. Has a stolen base to her credit. And we'll see how the defenders elect to play this. Will they give Perky a pitch or two to try and steal second base? Brooklyn Cox, is she going to go up and sacrifice immediately to try to get Perky into scoring position with the top of the order due up? All those questions I'm asking, I'm guessing, are now being covered in the respective huddles on the field. Coach Zomer has his group around him. So Perky, the base runner. Brooklyn Cox, left-handed batter. And Chandler Scamper in on the discussion. That breaks up. The Concordia Conference on the mound breaks up as well. And we're set to pick up play now with Perky at first base. Cox the batter. Cox 0 for 2 today. She shows bunt, pushes it towards the pitcher. Third baseman up with it, throws over to first base to get the out. So Cox does the job, sacrifices herself. That goes 1-4. Perky advances into scoring position, and now basically if you're Dordt, you got 2 chances to knock the runner in. Chandler Scamper is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. And now the Concordia Bulldogs head coach out of the dugout. Looks like we might have a defensive change. So the left fielder is going to come out. So Bruning will leave. And I think we had a change in right as well. Okay. So and that is, in fact, what we had. We have changes on the corners, and that's a unique time to be making changes. And I'm sure there are reasons. But Skemper now batting with one out in the inning, takes a ball. 1-0 the count. And here's the pitch outside, ball 2. 2-0. So 2-0 the count with one down in the inning. One out in the frame. The runner at second is Perky. Here's the pitch. This one's hit in the air right side. Right fielder charging, unable to make the play. Perky to third base. They get the ball into the infield. Perky's going to try to score. No, she retreats back to third base in the process. The ball bounced true off of that cement backstop. Skemper delivers a single as we score that out. So she scores on the single and then advances on the throw. Perky at third base. Coach Jeff Zomer put the stop sign up immediately, and Perky thought about trying to score on the throw, and now Concordia is going to issue the intentional walk. So Olson is going to be walked here if things play out the way I think it will. They throw the first one outside, second one outside. Two more like that, and we've got the bases loaded and one out, and Concordia playing the odds to try and get some forces. Ball 3, 3-0. Taking the bat out of Carly Olson's hand. That's interesting because you got Ella Coster coming up behind her, and Ella's got the home run that tied the game. So bases are loaded for Coster. Anything to the outfield likely wins the game, unless it's a shallow fly ball. Then it'd be decision time in short order for the defenders. So the walk loads the bases, and Coster, 1 for 3 so far today, comes to the plate. Left-handed batter, here's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1, 0-1 the count. Urich trying to respond. First pitch, swinging and a miss. 0-1 the count to Coster. Tyson in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. Change up high, ball 1, 1-1 the count. That looks similar to the pitch that Coster drove over the right field fence, sneaking it inside the foul pole. 1-1 the count with one out. Bottom of the 7th inning, winning run is at third base for the defenders. Pitch is up high and away, ball 2. 2-1. So it's part of the reason I understand the strategy of it, but the intentional walk puts a little more pressure on the pitcher as well, simply because there's no room now. 2-1 pitch on the way from Urich. Misses outside, ball 3. And that one missed by a foot. The catcher, Glaus, trying to frame it, but that one was well off of the chalk on the right side of the plate, right-handed batter's box. So 3-1, and Coster should get a good one to hit here. 3-1, Urich into the wind. And this one hammered foul, and the count goes full, 3-2. So 3-2 the count with one out. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dordt trying to earn their 15th win of the season in conference play, 34th overall. And here's the pitch, misses, and that's on the outside half of the plate. Strike 3. So Coster caught looking on one that catches the corner. So another strikeout for Urich. Strikeout number 9, out number 2 of the inning. And that pitch misses outside. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. So 1-0 the count to Tyson. Tyson a single in her last at bat, singled past the second baseman. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line drive into left center field. That'll drop in for a base hit, and Aurora Tyson wins it with a 2-out single. And the Dordt defenders earn a 2-1 victory in regulation. Abby Kramer, her 19th win of the season, and the Dordt defenders with a 2-1 win in conference play. So that, we'll take a look at the numbers in just a moment. As Perky came in to score on the play. And we'll get you the final line in just a moment. And it looks like this. The Dordt defenders win it. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Concordia 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. Pitching numbers, Abby Kramer the distance. 7 innings pitched. She threw only 80 pitches. 1 earned run allowed, 5 hits, strikes out 6, walks none. For the Concordia Bulldogs, 6 2/3 innings pitched. For Urich, she strikes out 9, walks 1. She takes the hard luck loss, giving up 2 earned runs. She was pretty good today. Batting for the defenders, Aurora Tyson 2 for 4 with an RBI. Chandler Skimper 3 for 4 also. And 1 run scored by Sierra Perky after she ran for Brooklyn Cox. So the defenders win it 2-1. We'll close it down. We'll get things restarted for game number 2 in about 20 to 30 minutes.